In January and February, Beethoven comes to San Antonio in a very extraordinary way. 13 artistic partners, arts organizations here in San Antonio, are collaborating to produce 34 different programs in January and February, all focusing on the music of Beethoven. Beethoven is perhaps the most important figure in music history, the bridge between the classic and the Romantic era, and a composer that had an impact for at least 100 years. After Beethoven, every composer said, how could I write something after the genius of Beethoven? And it changed music and political history. Beethoven's output is in every genre: opera, symphony, chamber music, piano sonatas. And so the 13 different organizations are focusing in on a few specific areas during January and February. First of all, the San Antonio International Piano Competition is perhaps taking the biggest role in producing all 32 Beethoven piano sonatas. And in the second week of the festival, from the 10th through the 15th of January, they're offering their second concert. And this second concert will feature pianist Naoko Takao playing sonatas number 3, 11, 26, and 27. The sonatas that are being performed over these 8 concerts are not being done in numerical order. This concert is at St. Mark's Episcopal Church on Tuesday, January 10th at 7:30 p.m. Again, that's the second of 8 concerts being produced by the San Antonio International Piano Competition. Now, Friday and Saturday, January 13th and January 14th, is the first live symphony concert in the Beethoven Festival. Sebastian Lang-Lessing and the San Antonio Symphony will be performing the First Symphony of Beethoven and his Third Symphony, the Eroica. The First Symphony reflects the classical era, the training Beethoven received from his teacher of Haydn. And while it clearly sounds like Beethoven, you can hear the influences of the classical era. But by the time Beethoven reached the Third Symphony, it's a whole new world. The Eroica is, first of all, much longer than any symphony ever written. In fact, the first movement, just the first of 4 movements, is longer than most 4-movement Haydn symphonies. And the Eroica takes the concept of development, taking a fragment of melody and twisting it and turning it and doing things to great heights. In the classical era, the theme was what's most important. But Beethoven and the Romantics decided that it was their ability to vary and develop themes was more important than just simple melody. And so it is with the Third Symphony that Beethoven ushers in the Romantic era that would influence classical music for 100 years. Now on Sunday, the 15th, we have the first appearance of Musical Offerings. Musical Offerings is an organization that has been run by Joan Christensen. Joan is a violinist in the San Antonio Symphony. They often perform at museums and do eclectic programming. This Sunday, January 15th concert is going to be at Christ Episcopal Church at 3 p.m. Now it's going to feature the Ghost Trio, which is the 5th piano trio in D major by Beethoven. A piano trio is for piano, cello, and violin. And they're also going to play music of Beethoven's contemporaries to match up with this Ghost Trio. That's Sunday the 15th at 3 p.m. Sunday the 15th at 6:30 is the first of 3 free concerts at the San Fernando Cathedral offered by Musical Bridges around the world. Musical Bridges has been in San Antonio now for 13 seasons, and they specialize in very eclectic programs where they might compare 2 different art forms on 2 halves of concerts. Later on in the festival, they're doing Beethoven in the style of jazz. But this first program that they're doing is one of 3 that features the violin sonatas. A violin sonata is for solo violinist and piano. And this first concert, Sunday, January 15th at 6:30 p.m. at the San Fernando Cathedral, will feature the 7th, 8th, and 10th violin sonata. And the violinist will be Gary Levinson. Gary is a member of the Dallas Symphony. He's the senior principal associate concertmaster of the Dallas Symphony. He came to the Dallas Symphony in 2002. And his pianist will be Baya Kakuberi. She'll be playing the piano. And again, that will be a free concert, 6:30, Sunday, January 15th. So here in the second week of the 6-week-long Beethoven Festival, we have chamber music, we have solo piano music, and we have the first of 2 symphonies as 13 arts organizations in San Antonio explore the genius of Ludwig van Beethoven. Coming up next will be a sneak preview of the symphony performing in the KLRN studios in a program called Fantastic Finales. During this program, the symphony performed the last movements of symphonies 1, 3, 5, and 7 to trace the development of Beethoven through his symphonies. This second week of the Beethoven Festival has featured groups' musical offerings, San Antonio International Piano Competition, musical bridges around the world, and the San Antonio Symphony. As 13 arts organizations offer 34 events in San Antonio in January and February. For a complete listing, visit sasymphony.org/Beethoven Festival, and we hope you take the time to explore the genius of Ludwig van Beethoven.